Alright, today we're going to be talking about tanning hides. This is a bobcat hide that I tanned. I'll show you how I did it. A couple steps. We're going to be talking about, I'm going to be showing you how I do rabbit hides. I got about 8 or 10 hides here from last year. Just hung up in the shed. Through the summer. I'm down in southern Louisiana, 90s, no problem, a couple months, no hair slipping or anything, so I feel good about this tanning process. And what I've been doing is I'll take my rabbits, I'll raise them, breed them through the winter months, butcher. And what I'll do is I'll take the skins, after I butcher them, I'll roll them up, the fur side in, skin side out, roll them up just like this, get me a nice little kitchen garbage bag. I'll take all the skins and I'll usually do maybe six rabbits at a time usually, and I'll put them in a bag. Close the bag up, and I'll just set the bag in the freezer until I'm ready to process all the hides. And I'll process a couple times, usually 10 or 12 hides at a time. And what I do for the process to actually tan the hides, the solution I've been using is 2 gallons of water, 1 cup Alum, or Alum, however you pronounce it, and then 1 cup non-iodized salt. You're going to put your hides in there, mix your solution up real good, put your hides in, you let them sit for 2 days, 48 hours. At the end of 2 days, you take the hides out, and then you'll be ready to flesh them. Which is where you pull the any meat or there's usually a thin layer of skin that comes off, but that'll be step 2. So step 1 is just to take the hides, defrost them out of the freezer, or if you have them fresh, either way. You'll mix up your solution, 2 gallons of fresh water, 1 cup alum, 1 cup salt, let it sit for 48 hours, and then take your hides out, and step 2 will be to flesh them. Okay, this is step number 2 for tanning hides. Tanning some rabbit hides here. I've had the hides soaking in a solution of 2 gallons of water, 1 cup of alum or alum, however you pronounce it, and 1 cup of non-iodized salt. You soak them for 48 hours. Come in maybe twice a day. I stir them up with a stick. I have a bottle with some rocks in it. I set them on top. That way I make sure they're all the way submerged. Kind of like I'm doing with a stick right now. So after 48 hours, what you want to do is take them out, drain the water out real good, and then you're going to want to flesh them. You see, I've got one up here ready to scrape all of this skin, this layer of meat and skin. Just going to take that and it's basically going to pull it down and all the way off the whole fur. So you can see we've got some fat and skin and not a whole lot of meat, but there's that thin layer you can see right here, that thin layer of skin. Some people use a spoon. You can go out and buy a scraper. My parents picked me up this from Alaska. Trip they went. I've been using it for a year or 2 and it works great. Kind of started off Start it off, the skin starts coming down, and then what I do is, instead of scraping the hide, I'll pull on that layer of skin, and it just kind of peels it, slowly peels it down. It's hard to show you with one hand, but you can see it's starting to peel, starting to come around, and you can just work the hide around. All the way around, just keep going around. See how it's separating now? And you'll just work this line all the way around, all the way down, and your skin will end up, your hide will end up looking like this. It's got a nice smooth tone to it. You can see it's real white from the solution it's been in. Skin's gone. That'll let that solution work in on the back side of the hide. And after this, get all the flesh off. You dump your solution out, and you store it over 2 gallons of water, 1 gallon of alum or alum. I'm sorry, 1 cup of alum, 1 cup non-iodized salt. And that's step 2. Okay, I have all my hides fleshed out here. Got one wild rabbit that I tried. Skin was extremely thin, paper thin, and I've messed it up quite a bit, so I'll try to salvage some pieces of that, but I'm still gonna tan it, see how it comes out. So we'll follow up on that. But see all the other hides come out real clean looking. Got all that meat off. Just very good. So now, have everything fleshed. Have your solution mixed up again. Same parts. Actually, you just add the salt and alum back in. So you take the hides, work them in, make sure you get all the air out. And just put them all back in the solution. You're going to soak them this time for 7 days. And while they're soaking, you want to make sure you come out and stir those hides twice a day. I usually come out morning before I leave for work, and then in the afternoon when I get back from work. Make sure you got all the air bubbles out. Make sure they're all in that solution. Nothing's poking up. What I usually do, I have a bottle of bleach or something. I'll put a few pebbles in it, some rocks, kind of weight it down, put a little water in it, and I'll set that on top to make sure everything stays submerged. You can hear the rocks in there. And just set that on top. And I'll usually take a bucket, keep anything from coming and messing with it, kind of cover it up. Come back twice a day, and a week later we'll be ready to start drying and tanning. Alright, so hides have been sitting in the solution for 7 days. You've been turning them twice a day. After that process, you want to rinse them out real good. I usually take a little bit of pet shampoo, mix it in a bucket of water, and just kind of give them a good rinsing. It's the only bath they're going to have, so usually a nice little strawberry dog shampoo. Rinse them off 2 or 3 times after that. You want to wring as much water, just squeeze the water out as much as you can. Then what I like to do after we have that, you're going to be drying and tanning is the next step. So what I like to do is turn the hides back inside out. I'll cut off the arms off of each side, and then I'll split the hides down the middle, just like this. Have the arms cut off here. It's been cut down the middle, so it's an open hide. And then I just take them, hang them on clothes hangers up in my shed, and just let them hang for a couple hours. I have a piece of cardboard here to catch any of the water so it didn't get on the floor. But I'll let them sit up for a couple hours. I'll come back and check them every few hours. And then once they start drying out, you'll know they start drying out, and we'll check that on the next video. You'll be able to start separating the hide, and it'll actually turn white. So we'll see that, and you know, they'll end up just like this when we're done. So, all right. Have the hides there been drying. It's a little bit cooler. Last day or two, hides have been drying about 24 hours. See, they're starting to, you tell they're starting to dry a little bit. So at this point, right where they just, may still be a little damp, but you can tell they're starting to dry. We're going to take them at this point and start actually stretching them. What you're going to do is you're actually going to stretch the hide, and it's going to tear the fibers apart, and that's what's going to make it soft and keep it soft. So you can tell the color it is right now. And then once you start stretching it, it'll actually turn white. Let's see if we can do that. There it goes. And that's what you want to do for the whole hide. Just work it. The whole thing will end up being a nice white color after it's all worked. It'll be pretty soft. And if it doesn't do this, then usually it's not quite dry enough. And if it's not quite dry enough, you just put it back up and let it dry a little bit longer. So it's pretty hard to do that with one hand, but that gives you an idea of what you're looking for. And I'll work these hides, come back and brush them out real good. You see it's nice and fluffy. Very nice. And that's it. It'll be tan. I'll work all the loose hair out, and you're done. Okay, and here's the finished product. Come out very good. Extremely soft. You can see it's really pliable. It's not hard at all. Just take your time, practice a few, and it comes out pretty good. This rabbit is extremely soft. I'm thinking maybe a bedspread after about 20 more hides or so. Alright, good luck.